that a part of the problem is that many people are not aware. I can speak for parental alienation. Things like other types of child abuse, there are no cuts, there are no bruises, there are no broken bones. It is very difficult to be able to look at an alienated child and say, this is an alienated child and these are the scars that we see. So part of the process is really educating our judges and our legislators. That's the first part of the process. Once we have educated them and made them aware, and the process is moving forward, so that's a good thing. Then we need to figure out, so what approaches now can courts put into place that will prevent these types of behaviors from occurring. I think that with education and with awareness, whether it be courts, whether it be legislators, whether it be educators, the first thing that we need to do is we need to identify behaviors of a third party, a parent or a grandparent or a third party, that interferes with a parent-child relationship. So that's number one. Number two, after we understand what those behaviors are and then see how does the child respond, and I think we need to understand and decide on interventions. Things like, and really the court, the power is in the court. Things like, well, they will generally start with counseling. There are sanctions, things like requiring an alienating parent to, for example, do community service. Things like financial sanctions. There are many creative sanctions that can be done by courts. They need to sink their teeth into the law and really pursue this. One more thing I think that courts do not do that they should do is they need to have regular checks on what is going on. They really need to review these families on a regular basis. Let me clarify something. Parental abduction, clearly the child is geographically removed. With parental alienation, the child can be as close as across the street, but they are emotionally kidnapped and emotionally removed from a parent's family, a parent's friends. And we can prevent this type of behavior and people perpetrating these behaviors is by really, there are actually two types of parents. One who really don't understand what their behaviors do to a child. And if you just educate them, they will then make a conscious effort to improve their behaviors. And then there are those parents, no matter what, they're going to do what they're going to do. And that is where the courts need to step in. They need to have teeth with their laws and with their court orders. And that's what should be done. And a father was found to have alienated his 13-year-old son from the mother. The court then gave custody over to the mother and are sending the mother and the child to a program. It's called the Family Center. And generally the protocol is to slowly introduce the parent and the child into each other's lives for X period of time so that the reality of the child really does become real. Then also understand the purpose is not to remove the child from the alienating parent. The purpose is to integrate the child with both parents. So those are the types of programs that judges really need to have access to, that families really need to have access to. They need to be in place. There's just not enough of them. They need to be financially available to families, and hopefully these types of programs will become more available. If I can help one family get back together, I've done my job.